Yo, 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 yo. What up, everyone? Happy Thursday. I apologize for the late start, about 10 minutes late, but I scheduled it so it'll be out at 7:10, so I don't feel bad because, there was no one was sitting here waiting for 10 minutes for me to start. So, what's up, everyone? Hope you guys are all doing well. What's up, Brady? How we doing, Caitlin? What's up, Spock? What up, what up, what up, what up? EP, I'm going Chase Brown personally, man. Hey, Nick, rest of the season, Aubrey or Tucker? Aubrey. Vikings or Browns defense? Vikings. Ingram or Njoku? Ingram. Yeah, I like both guys, though. I agree with Spock. What's up, Tyron? How we doing? How we doing, Caesar? What up, Brian? How we doing, my man? BTJ or Calvin Ridley? Great question. I would go BTJ. Oh, man. I want to read more about this Trevor Lawrence shit because on Fantasy Pros, where I do my rankings, it doesn't say anything. And I'm sorry if I'm lagging. Are we lagging, or is it just on my end? I read something. Let me just look it up. Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence will likely not play Sunday. Great. So for that, I'd probably play Calvin Ridley. Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, or Chase Brown? Tyreek Hill. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? All right. Build my lineup. Could you pick one quarterback? I'm just going to type it out in chat. So, Kirk, AJB, Terry, Gibbs, Achan, Connor. Should I start Gesicki or Kincaid? That's one of those that's basically a full-on toss-up, in my opinion. I would personally go and play. I would play Gesicki. Traded Amon Ra for Evans and Reed. I'm 7-2, tied for first. Like Evans' schedule. Also need a wide receiver. Higgins is wide receiver 2. Then next best is Tillman. Great question. I don't think that's that crazy of a trade. I think that I think that's a pretty good trade. Should I trade Stafford and Flowers for Hurts and Downs? Yes. Someone offered me Ramondre Stevens for my DJ Moore. Yes, I'm accepting that. Demo or Downs, I'd go Downs. Gesicki or Kincaid, I'd go Gesicki. Steelers or Chiefs D. Off the top, make it drop. I'm going Chiefs. Howdy, boys. How you doing? Yo, what's up? Trade Hunt and Pacheco for someone before the trade deadline. Yes, I would be fine doing that. Chase Brown or Hubbard, I'd go Chase Brown. Hey, Bud, Gesicki or Worthy Gesicki? Xavier or Jennings? Do I start Ridley or Gesicki in my second flex spot? I would go Gesicki. Thanks, man. No problem. Chill Nick live. Crazy Nick on the videos. Yeah, it's because on the videos, it's a lot easier to just go crazy. It's a lot easier to just say all types of stuff, right? Whereas now we try to be quick and to the point, right? Because I can make a video for 50 minutes. This live stream is going to be longer than that, probably, but I'm answering your guys' questions. I can't sit here and fucking yell about random stuff like I would normally do on the videos because, we're in a time crunch. It's not just, we don't just have unlimited time, even though you guys don't have unlimited time. I assume you guys just turn the videos off or skip ahead when I start going on like a random tangent. Like the button, right, Nick? Yeah, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. No problem. I know you said to play Ridley over BTJ, but what if Will Levis says? If Will Levis plays, I'm gonna go BTJ. Howdy, y'all. One second, guys. I have to sneeze so bad. Y'all ever have to sneeze and then you can't sneeze? That's what just occurred to me. And I look so like I should not have worn a black hoodie because right now I'm like I don't know, maybe it's just my monitor, but it looks like I'm just like a floating fucking head. It looks so stupid. Looks ridiculous. Looks redonkulous. Kind of looks funny though. Um, I think T-Law will be out for a while. He's getting a second opinion. Okay. Pitts or Ferguson? Pitts. CMC is back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tank Dell or London? London. Someone offered me Laporta for Hubbard and X. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Would you trade Tony P for Downs or Mooney? I'd play Quentin Johnston, and I'd want someone better for Tony if I'm being honest with you. Here's Spock's tight end ranks. I'll leave them on screen for a second so you guys can check them out. Very similar to what I have. Very, very similar. I have Kelsey 1, Kittle 2, Otten 3, McBride 4. It's basically pretty similar. I have Gesicki ranked ahead of Kincaid. I have Hawkinson a little lower. I have Andrews a little higher. And I have Hill ranked a little bit lower. And I have Henry ranked inside the top 12. But besides this, you make small adjustments. This is basically exactly what I have too. Great minds think alike. You know, the tight end position might be the easiest position to just rank, like say, hey, these are the top 12 guys. But then once you get past that, like it's so hard for me to rank Laporta that low, but I haven't ranked that low too. It sucks, dude. Um, that's what I would do. It's not that that's what I would do. It's just tough. It's really, really tough sitting a guy like Laporta. I don't want to play him. Like if I had him on my team, it would be so hard. It's so hard to sit him though, too, because he's, the guy. He's one of the best tight ends in the NFL, in my opinion. It just hasn't worked out. What do you guys think about DeAndre Hopkins? A lot of people in the comments I've noticed don't really fully believe in DeAndre Hopkins. They kind of think D Hop's more of the flash in a pan type of deal, meaning like, oh, he had one great game. Can he really repeat it? I think he's better than that. Okay, we started getting some super chats. So I'm just going to answer this question. Gesicki or Pitts, personally, I would go with, let me just pull up my rankings. Let me pull up my rankings. I've got Gesicki at 6 and Pitts at 7, so I'd go Gesicki, but it's a toss up. Christopher, thank you for the super chat, my man. And is our does it always look like this, or does it normally look different? I doubt you guys know what I'm talking about, but maybe only I notice. Fuck, I don't even know how to change it. I don't know how to change it, so I guess we're stuck with this. I thought that the way like the element that looks on the screen right now, I thought it used to look slightly different. It doesn't matter though. I thought I could throw this on the top, but I guess that doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry for even mentioning it. I don't even know how to change it if I wanted to. So we're sticking with this. So thank you for the super chat, Christopher. Pick 2, Gesicki, Shakir, Mooney, or Chase Brown. Very hard to sit any of these 3 players. I don't think I can make a good argument, if I'm being honest with you guys, to sit Chase Brown. I don't think there's really any argument I can make to sit him. I don't think there's any argument I can make to sit Mooney. Now, it is hard to make an argument to sit Shakir because Shakir has seen a very healthy dosage of targets, and it doesn't, to me, seem like we're going to end up seeing what's his name play, which would be Amari Cooper. Not Amari Cooper, Keon Coleman. So I think all of these guys are relatively safe, but gun to my head, I'm going to have to bench Shakir because Mooney has looked so good. Like Mooney has been playing out of his mind, right? Chase Brown just absolutely dominated last week. So I think in this scenario, gun to the head, I'm sitting Shakir. So Mooney and Brown are in my lineup. Thank you for the super chat. Christian, thank you for the super chat. CMC, Chase Brown, Tyrone Tracy, or Hunt, sit one. Another tough question. I think Christian McCaffrey is a risk this week. What I'm going to tell you is while I do believe that he is a risk, I strongly believe that Christian McCaffrey is a risk. You would be silly to sit Christian McCaffrey. While I believe there is evident risk in playing Christian McCaffrey, while I believe there's a chance that he's not 100% himself, while I believe that he might not get that crazy workload that you're used to, you are not sitting Christian McCaffrey. You're not doing it. So we're playing Christian McCaffrey, then we're playing Hunt, and then it's like a coin flip between Chase Brown and Tyrone Tracy. I would lean with Chase Brown because I feel like he's just more reliable. So McCaffrey, Brown, and Hunt were sitting Tracy. Jimmy, thank you for the super chat. Who should I... one second. That read wrong. Who should I start if Jalen McMillan is not able to play? Andre Yoshivas, Noah Brown, Ray McLeod, Joshua Palmer, or Jalen Cocker? Rank them. Well, the problem with this is you're going to just have to make the move tonight, right? Because if Jalen McMillan doesn't play, Yoshivas is playing tonight, and that's who I would play. So if I was to rank them, I would rank them in this order. It would be Yoshivas at 1, followed by Ray, followed by Noah Brown, then Palmer, then Coker. So personally, I would lean with just playing Andre Yoshivas tonight. I don't love him. I think he is pretty risky, but at the end of the day, the talent is there. We've seen it multiple points this season. We just don't know what his true involvement is in the offense. So I guess if you actually wanted your safest bet, right, if you don't want to take that risk, I think I would change my rankings and go with Ray McLeod number 1. So I'm going to just retype it in. I'm going to go Ray, then Yoshivas. Then we're going to go Noah. Then we're going to go Palmer and then Cocker. So I would go Ray McLeod personally. I don't love, like, again, I don't think anyone out there loves Ray McLeod. I think we know he's talented, and he's on an offense with a lot of different guys that can get the ball, right? There's a pretty loaded offense. Now, again, it's not like they have the best receiver core to ever grace Earth, of course, but they do have a lot of weapons there. So, but Ray is going to be able to get you 5-6 potential targets, and he has the upside to do a lot with them. He's a deep down the field stretcher, and he also sometimes returns kicks. So that's also an extra added bonus. So gun to the head for me, I'm playing Mr. Ray McLeod. David Montgomery or Josh Downs in the flex. This is a very easy answer in my opinion, Jose. Thank you for the super chat. If you want to be as safe as possible, the answer is always going to be Ray McLeod, or is always going to be David Montgomery Rye, because you know what David Montgomery is. He does the same thing every single week. He's going to be a top 18 running back every single week and twice on Sunday, and he has the upside to be a top 10 running back due to his touchdown equity inside of the offense. Now, Josh Downs, there's a lot more risk, right? For instance, Joe Flacco didn't look as good last week. Joe Flacco kind of shit down his pant leg, but it was up against the Vikings. It's not as tough of a matchup this week. But what I've seen out of Josh Downs, the upside out of Josh Downs, and me liking the matchup for Josh Downs will put me in the camp that thinks that Josh Downs is the guy that I would start. Again, it's razor thin margins. I like both plays this week. These are both guys who want in your lineup, but I would lean with Josh Downs. Kincaid or Gesicki, Moore or Thomas Jr. in the flex, Goff or Murray. Great questions there. I really appreciate that. So Kincaid versus Gesicki, I think most people would tell you to play Kincaid, right? Because Gesicki had one hot game, and that's not going to lead to Gesicki putting up a bunch of consistency at the tight end position. What I will tell you is the fact that Eric All Jr. Tore his ACL is a humongous hit to the value of, or it's a humongous bump to the value of Gesicki. Why is that? Because Gesicki was struggling to truly become the number 1 tight end on this team. You could easily make the argument that Eric All Jr. is a better tight end in his rookie year than Gesicki is. Now, you can make that argument, but you could also now say, hey, Eric All is out of the picture, so I think Gesicki is going to get a safe amount of volume. Now, Kincaid's been getting a lot of volume. The problem is he hasn't been doing anything with it, right? And just because you get a lot of volume doesn't mean you'll always be successful in fantasy. Now, obviously, getting a lot of volume is important, right? It's very hard to score a lot of fantasy points if you're not getting volume, but at the same token, if you're not doing shit with the volume, what does it really matter? So I would go with more of the riskier bet, which would be Gesicki. So I'm going to go dive more into the risk, even though some people think that would be stupid. I'm going with the risk in Gesicki, and then DJ Moore or DJ Moore or Brian Thomas in the flex. I would go with Brian Thomas, even if it ends up being Mac Jones under center. I'm not done with DJ Moore because I was someone that heavily advocated for him. I personally believed that Caleb would be better than Caleb is. Let's just call a spade a spade. I thought Caleb Williams would be much better than he is, and Caleb Williams honestly looks like a steaming pile of dog shit. So I don't want to um I don't want to completely abandon ship, but I'm kind of in a scenario where we're close to jumping ship on DJ Moore, right? I'm not full on benching him, but we're understanding what the risk is, right? And the risk is abundantly high when Caleb Williams can't hit the broadside of a barn with a pass when he can't read the fucking defense. So I would go with Brian Thomas. And then golf for Kyler is kind of one of those really tough questions because I have Goff ranked 14, Kyler ranked 13. I think Kyler has a lot more risk in his game. Kyler has been very boom or bust this season. Goff, as of recently, has played out of his mind. Goff has been one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League through the last couple of games of the season. That is 100% the truth. If you don't believe me, go look up his stats. He's been surgical. Kyler, much more up and down. So if you want the safety, play Goff. I would go Kyler. Noah, thank you for the super chat, my man. I appreciate you. Tyler Bass or Cameron Dicker. I would stick with Dicker. Now, the fact that Tyler Bass did hit that 61-yarder does take the monkey off of his back. It does, because he was a guy that was on the struggle bus. He was, and it wasn't like a slight struggle, right? This was a straight up, like, can't hit anything, missing easy things, hitting the fucking post, playing terribly. But now he's really, after you sink that, it kind of gets your confidence back, right? I think I got my swagger back. That's kind of what happens. So I do believe that I would stick with Dicker. Cameron Dicker has been very reliable all season. I don't think I want to magically change my quarterback because of that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Dick and stick with Cameron Dicker. And just so you know, if you guys are not able to super chat, which is perfectly fine, I'm going to answer all of the normal questions from you guys who are not super chatting, which is fine again, after I answer all of the super chat questions. So hopefully you guys understand that. All right. So 12-man PPR, would you drop Jermaine Burton for Cedric Wilson Jr. based off opportunity with Olave versus Burton, lack of playing time when Higgins returns? I'm going to be honest with you. You're in a 12-man league. When are you going to be playing either Cedric Wilson or Jermaine Burton? When are you going to play either of them? Like this is a legitimate question because Cedric Wilson, sure, he looks fine and he might be the wide receiver 1 on the team, but the team isn't very good and Derek Carr is struggling big time. So it would be kind of hard for me to truly sit here and tout one guy so much higher up than the other. Higgins continues to just miss time. It feels like Higgins just doesn't give a fuck about being out there because otherwise I feel like he would have played weeks ago. So I'm kind of sitting here in the scenario where I think I would just pick up Cedric Wilson because Cedric Wilson has more of the chance to be the number 1 target on his team. Even if Derek Carr hasn't looked great, I think I would rather house the upside on my team, and I believe that the upside more leads with Cedric Wilson because Jermaine Burton, frankly, let's be honest, Jermaine Burton isn't doing anything. He didn't show up to the walkthrough where they are trying to focus on him against the Raiders. They want, oh my God, it's finally time for Jermaine Burton. And the guy's fucking playing slots in Vegas before the game instead of showing up to the stupid training camp thing. So stupid, man. So stupid. So I would go with Cedric. I agree with you. So I'm going Cedric Wilson. Again, I don't think you want to play either of those guys, but I'd rather have Cedric Wilson. Caitlin, Nick, did you see that? That guy that sings the We Bleed Blue song got gifted tickets from the Colts, currently making a Browns jingle. Yeah, make sure you make that. Maybe Roger will send you there. That guy's awesome, though. A lot of people make fun of him online. I think his songs are fire. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. I like his songs. I think they're funny, and people on the internet are just mean, to be honest with you. I really like it. I think I'm gonna just roll with Pitts. I think I'll drop X. Yeah, I'd get rid of X. I like Xavier Worthy. Like, I think the talent's there. But let's be honest with you. With Tucker now, I mean, not with Tucker. With Hopkins now on the team, what's really the hope for what's really the hope for Xavier Worthy, right? Because look, you can say, "Oh, the guy has the talent, the guy has the skill," and I agree. But what's the upside we're gonna get? Every couple of weeks, he's gonna score a touchdown, sure. But at what point can we truly bang the drum for him? I don't think we'll ever be able to at this point. So while I do like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I like Xavier Worthy. I just don't think he's worthy, especially in smaller leagues. Like, why even bother holding him, right? What's that gonna do for you? It's not gonna do much. So, and I all right. Mike Gesicki or McBride? McBride. Jermaine Burton. Ha ha. I have McBride at 4 this week. Like and subscribe, yes, sir. Gesicki or Kincaid? I would go Gesicki. It's close. It's very, very close for me. I would lean with Gesicki. And fucking DraftKings is making me pop in my stupid code. So sorry if I'm looking down at my phone. So I can put my lineups in. Gesicki or Kincaid? I would go Gesicki. Again, it's close. It's just Gesicki really hurt. Like Gesicki, I mean, Kincaid has just been getting all the targets again, but he just hasn't been producing. Ramondre, Dell, or Hopkins? I would go Hopkins. This is our cult for tonight. Who would I put together? I would just go Henry and Chase. I licky Gesicki before I Cameron Dicker down. What an insane comment. Rise above. Nick has Gesicki higher. Yeah, it's close though. It is close. But again, it's not by a wide margin. I love the matchup for Kincaid, and I love Kincaid. I've been talking about Kincaid ever since he got in the NFL. I was a big fan of Kincaid in the fantasy football draft process. It's just at some point, I kind of just have to acknowledge while he's on my fantasy teams, hey, maybe we can't fully trust him because, again, you can trust him because he's going to get you a top 12 production, but ranking him super highly, I just don't know. But you thought I came up with that song? A lot of the Debo or Tracy Debo. Yeah, that's true. Anytime I start randomly going into singing a song, I hope you guys understand that I probably did not come up with that song. Get those bots out of here. Full PPR, do I start Deontay tonight? Need 3 wide receivers. Tolbert, Addison, Keenan Allen. You can't play Deontay yet, dude. Deontay hasn't. There's talk. The way they're talking about him doesn't make me feel like they have like this grand plan to feed him the rock just yet. Like, it just doesn't seem like that. Sure, could it become that? Of course. Of course, and it very easily could, but as of right now, I don't think I would trust that. So, that's the way I would go. That's the way I would go. I am going to go ahead and say that you can't play Deontay just yet. You cannot play Deontay. 12-man league, need a running back because Mostert ain't cutting it. Do I start your mom in his place? I don't think she's as good on the goal line. Hey, Nick. Tyler, Texas here. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? Thanks, Nick. No problem. For any time parlay, I meant just in general. Oh, okay. Well, I would have to think about it. Normally, what I do is I just put together 5 running backs that I feel like are going to score, and I'd say every couple of weeks it'll hit, and that'll just pay for the season. So, off the top of my head, like Saquon, right? You just do all the obvious things, and normally it hits, like Kyron Williams, Devon Achane, right? Like the obvious guys, David Montgomery. You just think, hey, just close your eyes and think who's going to score a touchdown, and you throw like 4 or 5 of them in there. It's not going to hit every time. If you think your parlay is going to hit every time, you're crazy because parlays are obviously that's how the sports books make their money, right? Because people be like, oh, I'll do a 2-leg parlay, right? And then that 2-leg parlay turns into a 5-leg parlay or a 6-leg parlay or an 8-leg parlay, which just have such low odds of hitting. But because they're going to pay out, you're going to win $1 gazillion, you might as well play them, right? I mean, I play parlays every single week, but it's just for fun. I'm hurting bad at wide receiver this week. Trying to decide between Sterling, Cocker, and Juju, although Juju looks like he might be out this week. Yeah, I think Juju's out. I would go Shepard personally. I can accept the trade for Aaron Jones for Tyreek Hill. Is that good? Yes. Chase Brown or Monty? I would go Chase Brown. Andrews over Hawkinson, good or no? Yes. Hawkinson's another one of these guys that it kind of feels like they want to ease him in. I could see Hawkinson's workload increasing, not in the biggest way. Like, I don't think he's going to go from what he played last week to being like a 90% snap guy, but I do think it could increase to like 70%, 75%, and that should be good enough to help Hawkinson. But again, we don't fully know, and we know what Andrews' workload is. So I definitely like Andrews. Have Andrews and Kraft. Which one do I keep rest of the season? I would keep Andrews personally. And if you have both, I would try to trade one of them away. Should I start Chase Brown tonight or wait and choose between Monty and Najee on Sunday? My other running back is Jonathan Taylor. I would sit Debo with the guys you have, but I would be playing Chase Brown over Monty and Najee personally. Personally. 1 second, guys. All right. All right. All right. All right. Nice Pink Floyd theme. I saw that tour in 1977. You saw Pink Floyd in 1977? That's crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't have like the. I'm not like a music head. I was when I was probably like in high school. I listened to a lot more music. Now, whenever I drive, like if I'm with my fiance or with other people in the car, I listen to music. But most of the time now, I listen to podcasts. I listen to all types of different podcasts. Never really about football, if I'm being honest with you. It's normally about like different sports or just about like random stuff like comedy podcasts. That's really what I listen to. I know who Pink Floyd is, obviously. Downs or Amari Downs. Keon Coleman out. Yeah, it should help Coop get targets, but Coop's also dealing with the wrist, so I'd go Downs. Start two, Brown, Hunt, Tracy. Thanks, no problemo. I would go. I would go Brown and Hunt personally. Traded Hopkins for Montgomery, 8-man PPR. I think that's a great trade. Yeah, Mixon and Najee. What do you think? If you want to veto it, because someone is now offering Puka for Montgomery. Should I throw a tantrum? No, I would. I don't think I would rather have Puka over Montgomery, but I don't think any of that is bad trade. I don't think any of that's crazy. What's up, Felix? Yeah, it is fun, Tyron. It is fun. Trade away Stroud and Waddle for Kyler and Odunze. No, I'd rather have Stroud and Waddle. I don't love either side of that trade, to be honest with you. I think Stroud's going to be able to get out of the slump that he's in. I think it's really just due to the injuries to the team. Like Nico Collins is coming back, so that should really help him out so that he has like a true reliable number one. Kyler's also been so bad, like so up and down to the point where it's like, gun to the head, I'd rather have Waddle over a Dunze. Nick, it's because you're a Dolphins fan, not really. It's really just because the team, for some reason, doesn't want to truly commit to giving the ball to a Dunze at a high enough clip to where it makes me feel confident in playing him. So, my answer here would be to play. Would be to have Stroud and Waddle. It's close. Like if you're viewing it just like from a standpoint of the wide receiver doesn't matter, right? If you're just thinking, I want to go from Stroud to Kyler, yeah, I'd be fine taking that. But if you're baking in the wide receiver, which is part of the trade, I do think Waddle is a much better receiver than a Dunze for fantasy. So I would rather have Stroud and Waddle. Flex Gesicki or Quentin Johnston. I'm going Gesicki. Yes, sir. Promo code Notorious. The most underrated Pink Floyd album. Chase Brown tonight or wait and start James Conner. I would play Chase Brown. Start. Lamb, Adams, Smitty, Ladd, BTJ. Okay. Can I sing the Colts song? This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. I need to remember the rest of the song because it's something about like, we love you. And he does that. For the shoe. Beat the Packers. Or whatever he says. Beat the Bills. This song's straight bangers. So I'm assuming you need more than just one guy, right? I'm assuming when you ask this question, you have multiple guys, right? You have multiple different guys that you can answer. So we're gonna go Adams for sure, and then Smith, and then Lamb. Now, the reason why I don't have Lamb ranked as high, for one, he's banged up. For one, he's banged up. And look, Lamb, we know who Lamb is, right? Lamb's not going to be, oh, I'm hurt, I can't play. Lamb's going to force himself to play. The Cowboys are down astronomical in terms of record. They need to win. So even without Dak, he's going to force himself to play. That's just what guys do. That is just what people in the NFL do. Some people will hate you. You might be like, Nick, that's stupid for CeeDee Lamb to play. Nick, it's stupid for Tua to come back. Nick, it's stupid for Chris Olave to come back. These guys, and I know it's a different situation for everyone, but these guys want to play. They love the game. They would put their body on the line for us to watch, and that's why you got to respect all the players. But I think if Lamb returns, which I expect him to, I don't think he's going to necessarily look exactly the same. I think you're going to notice that there's a clear down play from the injury, and there's also going to be a quarterback change, which is not ideal either. So if I have to play two, it's Adams and it's Smith. And if I need a third, I'm throwing Lamb in there because, again, while I am worried about Lamb, for most of you guys, you're not sitting Lamb. I have Lamb on one of my teams. If CeeDee Lamb is playing, guess what? He's in my lineup. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I would rank them Lamb, Smith, Adams, BTJ, Lad. I'll type that in the chat for you. Adams, Smith, Lamb, BTJ, Lad. God bless you. God bless you too. Need one. Darnold, Goff, or Stafford. I'd go Darnold. I would go Darnold. Can you please say the Commanders intro? Have you guys never seen the actual Commanders song? Left hands up. Who are we? The Commanders. You guys have. That's like a legit video too. I also stole that. It's not really a steal though, because like I don't think most people even. I guess actually that makes it more of a steal. Stop the steal, because most of you guys probably have never even seen the actual video. I will try to look it up though. On my phone, like when this stream ends, or when we're getting close to ending, when I'm like basically done answering the questions, I will try to find the video on Twitter. It's a bunch of dudes singing this song, wearing Commanders gear. Fire. Fire. I love that video. PFT commenter from Barstool always tweets it on Sunday during the Commanders games. Leggett or Andrews for tonight? I would play Andrews. Justin Fields? You had a question about Justin Fields? JJJ. I don't see it. I do not see it. I do not see it. So ask it again if you want me to answer it. Hitter. What is it now? Is it hail to the Commanders? Hit. One second. No. Keep what you got. Seawork, thank you for the super chat. Pitts plus Chase Brown for B-Rob and Amari Cooper. Who wins? See, this is one of those rare trades. Like, a lot of the time people send trades, it's like it's pretty clear, right? Which side wins, right? It's very obvious, like, oh, this person's probably getting fleeced. This person probably is, like, I feel pretty, not necessarily, not all the time do I feel fully strong, like, hey, this is 100% the right answer. But normally, like, hey, I tip my cap. This is the way that I would lean. This is one of those where it's kind of like a dead even split. Now, if you tell me that Amari Cooper is healthy and finishes the season healthy, I would rather have Amari Cooper and Brian Robinson, assuming that Brian Robinson is also healthy, right? Because I think with the addition of Khalil Herbert, Chase Brown's not going to really be like this crazy workhorse running back, right? He's just not going to be. Now, Chase Brown doesn't need the workhorse level touches to be successful in fantasy. I hope you guys know that. But he's also going to get less touches, which leads to less fantasy points, right? So in a perfect world where everyone is healthy, which based on what I've read, everyone should be healthy soon, I would rather have Brian Robinson and Amari Cooper. That's how I feel. I think Amari Cooper is going to become the number one receiver on the Bills, and I think he's going to become a trustworthy top 18 option at the wide receiver position weekly. Will that come this week, or will it take a couple of weeks? That is kind of up in the air. But I do believe that eventually, at some point, that will be the case. So, with me believing that, I would rather have B-Rob and Amari Cooper by a slight margin. Dowdle or more, I'd go Dowdle. Someone sent me a trade. Eckler and Goff for Pollard. Yes, I'm doing that trade. I assume everything Nick says is straight from the dome. Really? You guys don't? Maybe it's because I'm just like chronically on the internet. Most of the stuff that I say is straight from the dome, but just random things. Like those songs, it's not like I'm intending to sing the song. That's why sometimes I don't sing the song, and then I'm watching the video back and I'm like, damn, I should have sung that song, you know? But a lot of people don't like my singing. I just so you guys know, I don't think I'm like fucking, what's the guy's name? Buble, the guy that sings like Christmas songs, right? I'm not Carrie Underwood, or whatever her name is, the girl that sings, All I Want for Christmas Is You, right? I'm not like that. Mariah Carey. I'm not nice with it. Carrie Underwood sings the Sunday Night Football song. Full PPR. Chase Brown. What's up, Latrell? Chase Brown or Darnell. Here comes the Mooney at the flex. That's tough. That's tough. Both have been hot. I would lean with Darnell Mooney. I have Allen as my quarterback. Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, I would make that trade. I would be making that trade easy if you have Allen. That's funny. That's funny. Start Darnold over Kyler. Yes. While I would go MHJ and Downs. Yeah, make sure you guys join the Discord. Join up on the Discord. It's free. You know what they say? If it's free, it's for me. So make sure you guys get in there. Hop on in there. Dive on in there. What up, Nick? Pickens or Shakir? Pickens. What's up, Birdmatic? How you doing, man? Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a long this season. What's funny is like in reality, the season goes by so fast. I don't know if you guys noticed this too, but even when I wasn't making videos like during school, the first half of the year always went by so fast because when football is on, it's like, oh, I'm just always looking forward to Thursday. I'm always looking forward to Sunday. Like the week, it just feels like it goes by so much faster. And then like when there's no football, even though I watch other sports, it's like it just feels like such a drag. But this season especially has felt like it's been going fast, and it's been fun. Gotta get all the way to the championship though. Kyler or Stafford? Stafford. A long time ago, man, he was starting. Justin Fields. Oh. Your question is Leggett or Andrews? Andrews. But yeah, I think Justin Fields, I'm interested to see what happens to him next year. Because when they benched him for Russ, it's not like he's the Steelers' long-term option, right? So where does he go? Like, as a Dolphins fan, look, do I think Justin Fields is the savior of the Miami Dolphins now? I still believe it's Tua. But if we could get Justin Fields to be the backup for Tua Tagovailoa with Tua's injury history, if Justin Fields isn't going to cut up the defense Jeffrey Dahmer style, right? He's not going to do that. But what he's gonna do is he'll say fuck it, Tyreek's out there somewhere, right? So he's the kind of a backup that I want for the Dolphins. So I'm very interested to see what happens to him next year. Jonathan Taylor or Chase Brown? I would go Jonathan Taylor. Russell Wilson or Matthew Stafford? Matthew Stafford. Leggett over Andrews? I'd go Andrews. Start Chase Brown tonight or wait for James Conner? I would go. Is James Conner banged up? I would go Chase Brown. Aubrey or Fairbairn? I'd go Aubrey. Aubrey's kind of just automatic. I'm just starting him. I don't care about if Dak is there or not. Honestly, the fact that Dak isn't there probably means they will be more likely to kick more field goals. So I would go Aubrey. I think you missed my quarterback question. Sorry for party rocking. Yeah. Post it again because I don't see it. Found it. I have Hurts, Love, and Burrow in an 8-man. Another manager has Lamar and Daniels. If you can get, I don't think you need, unless this is like a 2-quarterback league, you don't need 3 quarterbacks. I'll tell you that much. And if you want to make a trade and this is a 2-quarterback league, trade Love and Burrow for Lamar if they want to do that. They want to do that. But if you're in like dude, you don't even need 2 quarterbacks. So you definitely don't need 3. I'm not looking to acquire 3 quarterbacks on my fantasy team. You might be tweaking. I don't think you're tweaking. Unless this is a 1-quarterback league. Rest in peace to Kirk Herbstreit's dog. If you guys saw that. If you guys are Kirk Herbstreit enjoyers. Ben the dog. Nick, you're the man. Thank you. Douglas Shepard or Yoshi Vaz? Sam, I would love to say that I felt confident in any of these guys, but I'm not going to lie to you. right? This is a very open speaking environment, right? I'm not gonna lie straight to your face and be like, "Oh yeah, I really love Yoshi Voss this week." Like I love him. I think he's gonna finish as like a clear top 24 receiver. Oh, I fucking love Sterling Shepard, even though he really wasn't that good in New York. But oh, look, he's really turned the page in Tampa. I love him. And oh, Douglas, even though he's been so hit or miss, like I can't wait to start Demario Douglas. I'm not thinking any of that, right? But you asked the question, so I'm going to answer it for you. If I have to play any of those guys, I'm playing Demario Douglas. Why? Because I think Demario Douglas is the most likely guy to get 9 targets. Now, am I going to guarantee that? No, but I think he could do it. Drake May has looked so much better than anyone we've seen suit up with a Patriots uniform since Tom Brady. And I think that that great play is going to eventually turn into Demario Douglas smashing through the moon, going to Mars, Uranus, whatever the order of the planets are that I don't remember because I'm not in middle school. Okay. But if I have to play one, it's Douglas because Douglas is attached to an elite quarterback. I guess I shouldn't say elite because I don't think we should be crowning Drake May as elite yet. So I guess I'll retract that statement. But a guy that has elite traits, a guy that has the elite dog in him. So again, I guess I kind of sucked him off too much there. We won't do that. We'll backtrack. But he's attached to a good quarterback, and he's the number one weapon. Yoshi Voss could be the number 2 target. He could be the number 3 target. He could be the number 4 target. He might end up being the number 5 target. Shepard, same thing. He could be the number 1, but he might be number 3, but he might be number 4. He might be number 5. He might get out targeted by Otten, Rashad White, and multiple other wide receivers. So it's like, why play the guessing game when we kind of have an answer? And the answer is that Douglas is the guy that is in the best situation to succeed. So I would go Douglas. Traded BTJ now or hold. I'm holding, right? Because the thing is, the game's not about to start. By the way, we have 23 more minutes until the game starts. What I'm saying is, once the guy's quarterback gets hurt, his price is going to decrease so heavily that sure, if someone's willing to buy BTJ, then go ahead and sell him, right? But if you're getting a half-eaten bag of potato chips and a used condom for him, what's the point, right? What's really the point in selling him low when you can just bite the bullet and maybe hope that he's able to produce with Big Dick Beathard or with Mac Jones? Because again, while Mac Jones wasn't a great quarterback in New England and Drake May clears him, like Mac Jones is competent enough because Mac Jones never had a weapon like BTJ, right? He's competent enough to just know, hey, BTJ's out there. I'm going to force feed him the ball. So I wouldn't look to trade him for scraps. JJJ, thank you for the super chat. McMillan, Leggett, or DeMarcus Robinson. I would go with Leggett. I don't trust McMillan to play. I definitely don't trust him to even start in the game. I do not trust DeMarcus Robinson because Puka's going to be healthy this game. Like, what are the odds he scores 2 fucking touchdowns again like he's done back-to-back weeks? So I'm going to go with Leggett. I feel much safer with Leggett, so he would be my answer there. Thank you for the super chat. Very cute dog in your picture here. Great dog. I was trying to do fucking Sketch's voice, but I just turned it to Donald instead. What's up, brother? Jennings, Ridley, or MHJ? I think I'd rather suck the gas out of someone, but who's recently eaten Taco Bell. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Because of MHJ again. Dude, Marvin Harrison Jr. is the bane of my existence every single week. I preach all summer. Don't draft the same guy in every league because if that guy sucks, then guess what? You just fucked yourself in every single league, right? And I preach it. And I always follow my own advice. But for some reason, Marvin Harrison Jr. fell to me in every single draft. It's not like I reached for him to get him. No, he kept falling directly into my lap like I was Santa Claus. And I just kept taking him. And now I'm taking it up the ass from the guy every single week. I'm getting reamed. He's stealing my lunch money. Scored what, like 6 points? The guy's a disaster. I would probably look, gun to the head. If I'm just going to tell you right now, I'll read you my rankings right now where I have these guys ranked. It's hard to sit Marvin Harrison because he's Marvin Harrison. And the thing with Marvin Harrison, he's one of those guys that you sit Marvin Harrison Jr. You sit him down, right? You're like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to play with you anymore. I'm sick of you, right? You sit him down and he's going to go crazy. He's going to score fucking 40 fantasy points. or 25 fantasy points more than likely, right? So we got Jennings ranked, clocking in right now as the wide receiver 26. Ridley slotting in at 28. And would you believe it? Who's number 27? Marvin Harrison Jr. Now I have my rankings are tier based on Patreon. If you're on the Patreon, you can check them out. They're $7.50 a month. And I also answer all questions on there. I have Juwan Jennings in tier 4, Harrison and Calvin Ridley back to back in tier 5. So these guys are all back to back to back in my rankings, but there's a tier gap between Jennings, Harrison, and Ridley. Now, Juwan Jennings, I'm going to read off. He's questionable because of the injury that he's just been dealing with, listed as limited on Wednesday with the hip injury. So you got to kind of follow his injury because obviously you don't want to play him if he's not playing or if he's so banged up to where there'd be a worry that that's going to severely impact his play. So, gun to the head, I'm playing Juwan Jennings. That's what my rankings say. But if Juwan Jennings can't go, I'm playing Marvin Harrison Jr. because I don't really want to trust Ridley. So I would go Marvin Harrison Jr. It is tough, and that analogy you threw on the screen is disgusting, but it's funny. Respect. Full PPR. Start 2. Mostert, Cocker, Wilson, Juju. I'm going Mostert, and I think I'm just going to take the shot on Cedric Wilson. How many points did Cedric Wilson score last week? Cedric Wilson Jr. Cedric Wilson. He's got 2 catches for 34 yards. I don't think Juju's gonna play, and I think even if Juju does play, like I think the fact that DeAndre Hopkins looks as good as DeAndre Hopkins does look kind of tells you that the Juju experiment is close to dead. Now, I'm not cutting bait on him just yet because I'd rather just hold him on my team and say, you know what, let's see one game, but he might not even play. The guy just is missing every single game possible. He got hurt doing a TikTok dance or something because he hasn't been playing. So I would play Mostert because of the touchdown upside against the Rams. He's very hit or miss, but the upside is there. And then I would be going with I kind of want to go Coker, but I think I trust Cedric Wilson more. So we're going to go Cedric Wilson and Mostert. Cedric Wilson and Mostert. DEC, deck. Starting Brown, Burrow, Daniels, Ferguson, Gesicki. Gotcha. So you're going to be heavy Bengals this week. You're definitely playing Brown. Obviously, you didn't even give another option, so he's in your lineup. I have Burrow ranked 6, Daniels ranked 5. That is one where it really is a toss-up. Expert consensus ranking have Burrow ranked ahead. I have Daniels ranked ahead. It's a toss-up. You ask me in 10 minutes, I might tell you to play Burrow. It's that close. It's a coin flip. It's a close your eyes, throw one onto your team type of deal. I expect both of them to have good games. Burrow has the better matchup. Daniels has been more consistent. So I lean Daniels. And then I'm going Gesicki. But the thing is, if I'm playing Brown, if I'm playing Gesicki, then that would tip the scale. I don't think you need to stack in fantasy football. I don't think you need to. In best ball, in DFS, you need to stack. You're not winning unless you're stacking 100%. You have to stack. In redraft, I don't think you have to. But in this scenario, if you're already saying, I think the Bengals are going to score a lot of points, then you would just lean with Burrow there because you get the Burrow-Gesicki connection. Now, obviously, if everything goes wrong, then you probably end up potentially with 2 or 3 of those guys completely shitting the bed. But if you're already playing 2 guys on the Bengals, you might as well just play a third. So when talking through it, while my rankings would tell you to play Daniels, I would go with Burrow because of the fact that you're already playing a million Bengals players. So we're going to go with all Bengals, baby. Go Bengals. Yes, sir. Hit that like button. Yeah, dude, the bots have been unreal. At least we're not getting the porn bots like we used to get, where it's like, see my titties, code this. I don't know if we've gotten those in a while. Those used to happen a lot a couple years ago. A lot. So it's good that they're not here anymore. Just watch the game live is here now. I personally pay for the game, you know. I'm above that pirating, you know. Craft, Laporta Potty, drop 1 and go for Hill for some fun. My team, the problem with me is I'm a very risky player. I would find it hard to truly cut bait on Laporta. I don't want to play Laporta. I'm playing Kraft over him basically every single time. But this week, knowing that you can't play Kraft because he's on bye, I think I'm gonna just say fuck you, Laporta. Flip him the double birds, cut him, and play Taysom Hill. Because while Taysom Hill, I said this in the tight end start sit video that I dropped earlier today. He is the definition of zero or hero. You're never you're never catching Taysom Hill scoring 6 fantasy points, right? Taysom Hill is either getting you 2 or he's scoring 20 or he's scoring 18, right? He's either a top 5 guy, burgers and fries, or he's like the tight end 37. Whereas Laporta, he could be like the tight end 20 and then or the tight end 10. And the problem is the one thing that is why I'm still talking about this is because I know again Laporta's the kind of guy where you fucking cut him and then Laporta goes nuclear. You're like, "Oh, I'm done with you, buddy. See you later, alligator in a wild crocodile." And then he goes crazy, but if it's my team, I'm cutting Laporta and I'm adding Taysom Hill. That's just what I'm doing. That's just what I'm doing, baby. That's true. Lamb. Which Chicago receiver do you think will break the slate this week? None of them. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, I would say none of them. But if I had to guess which one, I would just guess DJ Moore because I think DJ Moore is the most talented guy. I think in DFS, I you got to take risks to win in DFS. I guess the cheapest option in DFS would be a Dunze. So that's probably who I would play. But I don't want to trust any of them this week. Like I have to play them. I have to play DJ Moore on all my teams because I got DJ Moore on a bunch of teams too because I love them. But man, dude, it's been such a disappointment this season, and it really just it doesn't have anything to do with DJ Moore. It's not like DJ Moore's going out there and he's washed, he's terrible. It's because Caleb's not playing well. It's really that easy. Chase Brown or Hunt? Hunt. You get a running back, 2 wide receiver, and 2 in a flex. I would go with McLaurin, Hunt, and Pickens. Rate my starting team. Kirko, AJ Brown, Scary Terry, Connor Gibbs, Pitts, Achan, Chargers, Boswell. I like it a lot. I give that a nice 9 out of 10. Nice, very nice. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Spock throws shit in there. I think I have to go pick up my fiance from somewhere, so I won't be able to hop into the Discord. Otherwise, I would. She said I might have to go get her. Fucking asshole, right? Doesn't she know the games are on? Just watch on my phone while I'm driving. Got a need for speed, baby. I love driving at night, though, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm, like, legally blind at night. Legally blind, and I have good vision, too. TTV Phoenix. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, King Love. Otten or Ingram, Burrow or Baker, Downs or Johnston? Great question. Otten over Ingram. I think Otten has entered the range now without Gesicki and without Godwin and without Evans, where Otten's going to get 10 targets every single week, basically. And I know he might only get like 8 this week. Yeah, sure. 8. If you can guarantee a tight end to get 8 or more targets, I'm basically taking that to the bank every single week, right? So that's what my assumption is. So I'm taking it straight to the bank. So we're going on, right? 100%. Then Burrow or Baker. I would have to go Burrow. Baker's played out of his mind. I still am a believer in Baker Mayfield, and I will continue to bang the drum for him. I know he didn't perform that well last week, but Burrow's definitely the answer tonight again. I think this is going to be a real shootout level performance, a real high scoring, tit for tat, back and forth affair that could lead to an explosion game out of Joe Burrow. So definitely Burrow over Baker. Feel pretty confident Otten over Ingram. And then Josh Downs or Dotson or Johnson, sorry. I would have to go with Josh Downs just because I feel like I trust Josh Downs way more than I trust Quentin Johnson. I just do. I like Quentin Johnston a ton. I like Quentin Johnston a ton. I do because I think we were all wrong about him last year. I think we all kind of Because in the age where rookies are instantly coming out the gate on fire, I think we all judged him a little bit too hard. And I like what I've seen out of Johnston, but I think with Joe Flacco, you can't sit Downs. I think Josh Downs is just destined to be like a top 24 receiver every single week. And I can't say the same thing about QJ. So my lean would be to play Downs, Otten, and Burrow. Shane, hey Goat, what's going on? Jaden Daniels or Burrow tonight? So I answered this question before. That person, whose name is escaping me, had the whole Bengals team. So I went with, hey, you know what? We'll just play the fucking full Bengals stack, right? Why play two Bengals guys and then not Burrow, right? Why do that? Just play Burrow. In my rankings, I have Daniels ranked ahead of Burrow. It's truly a coin flip. It's a very close question. It's not like either way I would be sitting here feeling resoundingly like this is the guy you clearly need 100%. It's 100% Burrow over Daniels. It's 100% Daniels over Burrow. I just don't think that way. And I don't think very many people would think that there's a guarantee that one of these guys outscores the other one, right? It's not like, oh, I have Jaden Daniels and I have like who's like a shitty quarterback. Oh, I have Cooper Rush. Like it's kind of more obvious there. My rankings say Jaden Daniels. I think Burrow's a little bit safer, but I still would lean Jaden Daniels. Notorious Soldier, my tribal chief, what's going on? McMillan or Mike Williams or Pierre Asal. If McMillan plays, it's McMillan. If not, it's Ricky Persall. That's how I feel. That's just how I feel. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like McMillan's gonna get the most targets. So if he plays, you play him. If not, you're probably just stuck playing Ricky because I just don't think I'd want to play Mike Williams in his first game on a new team. And I was trying to pick up people off the waiver wire in our league, that the Notorious League that Spot created. And I picked up, now I have 4 fucking quarterbacks on my team because I got all of them. I guess no one was trying to add a quarterback. I got 4. So yeah, I would go McMillan, then Pearsall, then Mike Williams. Speak your piece, Nick. I received a trade offer to trade away Reek and Kyron for Christian McCaffrey. Need your expertise since you're a Dolphins fan. My wide receivers consist of Jefferson, St. Brown, Pickens, Sutton. Running backs are Kamara, Walker, and Chubb. Your team's fucking loaded. I would be very hard pressed to get rid of Reek and Kyron and not receive McCaffrey plus another player. It would just have to be like, in order for me to even quantify doing that, I would need another piece in return. I just do. I don't think you can do this. A 2-for-1 when you're trading away a running back in Kyron that could outscore McCaffrey for the rest of the season. And you're trading away Tyreek, who, sure, he sucked. Let's be honest. He hasn't been good this year. Let's be honest, right? Let's not lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie straight to your face. He hasn't been good this year. But let's be honest, Tua could turn the page, right? We got to turn the page, you know? And I think Tua can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with Tyreek and Kyron. If they're going to offer you McCaffrey, and they're also going to, they're sending you Aaron Jones too. Even then, oh no, do you have Aaron Jones or are they sending you Aaron Jones? Oh, you were just answering someone else's question. My bad. Yeah, you need another piece in that trade. You can't do it for what you have right now. You just can't. It's not logical. It's because also it's not a guarantee that McCaffrey's the same McCaffrey either, right? Where McCaffrey a couple years ago, right? McCaffrey's the running back won by 100 points, right? He is the staple. He's the definition of what you think about, the quintessential best running back. I would not be able to do that trade. I just don't think I could do it. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think I could do it. Aaron Jones or Chase Brown, I'd go Aaron Jones. Gesicki or McBride. I feel pretty confident Gesicki over Andrews. Adams plus Ramondre for Nico, fair. I think you're giving up too much. I would rather have Adams or Ramondre. Yeah, he screws me every week too. Dowdle or Hopkins? Hopkins. I have that thing, whatever it's called. I learned about it on TikTok where when you're driving and you're looking at the lights are all like, they have like the lines through them. Like your phone, like camera's fucked up. That's what I have. It's called like, I don't know what it's called, so I'm not going to say the name of it because I might say like some name and that's just not what it is at all. Right. And then And then people are like, Nick, that's like offensive because I said the wrong thing because I just don't know. Is it called what I think it's called? I just Googled it. It's called astigmatism. So I was correct. I just want to Google it before I said it because if that was like something completely different, I would have sounded like a jack off, you know? Thoughts on Henry tonight? He's going to go crazy. Hey, Nick, I have Lamar, Zay Flowers, Andrews. Start all of them. Yes, I would start all of them. You can't sit those guys. Dunze or Cooper? I'd play Cooper if he plays. Pick 2, Lamb, Marvin, Harrison Jr. or Dell? Lamb and Dell. Lamb and Dell. Old McDonald. What the fuck did I think about Dell? Part of that. Pickens or Hopkins? Pickens. Pickens against the Commanders. Left hands up. Guys, I am in my main league. I have the most points. And I am in fucking 8th place. I'm 4-5 and I have the most points. I gotta just play better defense. It's sickening. If I don't make the playoffs, I'm gonna be sick. Answer the 4 catches under over. That's not something I would touch because I think he'll probably end up with 4. If I'm being honest. You have that too? That makes sense. I think a lot of people suffer from that. I looked it up one time. I saw a TikTok about it. And it said that a lot of people have that. And I have pretty good vision, I think. They always say I have 20/20 vision, so I guess I have good vision. Great vision. I'm like Le'Veon Bell. Hey, Nick, help me out at wide receiver. I might miss it. Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. I don't have anyone in this game tonight. Or I don't have a lot of people in this game tonight in my leagues. How lucky are we? Shakir, Addison, or Dowdle? Shakir. CMC has to play a lot. They need to make the playoffs, right? Yeah, no. But again, are they going to rush? You think they're rushing him in? Do we think that's the case? They might. They might not. I don't know. I don't know what I've been told. Let's do. I'm gonna do Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, anytime touchdown parlay. And a quick little parlay for the kids back home. And then we're gonna do a tight end parlay. Andrews and Gesicki to score. Where's Gesicki at? Mike, looky on my Gesicki. Both to score. $5 to win 35. On parlays, I don't bet a lot of money. I bet a lot of money on like the straight up stuff, but if you're betting parlays for like a significant amount of money, I just don't have the cojones to do that. Even though I make a decent amount of money betting on football, I just don't have the cojones to do it. Where's Gesicki here? I want to bet him first touchdown. I'm going to bet both Gesicki and Andrews first touchdown. Just for funsies. Have a little fun. A little fun tonight. All right. I do think he's going to have to play a lot. Burrow with 2 touchdowns tonight, I agree. How many yards for Henry tonight? I'd say 90. How does Will Levis get commercials? Because he's funny. That's clearly why. Because the narrative around him is funny. That's why. It's 100% why. There would be no other reason for that. Everyone, make sure you go smash that like button. Give that subscribe button a little love tap as well. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. Is the game going over? Is there a world where there is a world where it stays under because everyone thinks it's going to go over? That's the world it stays under. I'm thin at running back. I have Henry. What is the ideal trade for him? If you're thin at running back, I would trade Henry. If you have Henry and you're trying to expand, I would try to trade Henry for. I would try to put Henry for James Cook and another running back because you're gonna need a whole lot. You're gonna need a whole lot for Henry if you want to trade him. I know, Tyron. I know it's a joke. You doing a live stream after the game? Sadly, not. I have work until 11, so after I stop the stream, I'm gonna go answer a bunch of emails at work. I'm gonna watch the game, and then I'm gonna record tomorrow's running back video. So I don't have time to stream. I apologize. If this ever becomes so big to where I quit my job, then yeah, I'll fucking live stream all the time because I wouldn't have anything else better to do, right? So I appreciate you guys watching the stream. I love you guys. Yeah, it's good to see like politics are obviously important, but at the end of the day, it is very annoying when you're watching the games and it's like this ad, and then it's like you watch one ad for one candidate, and then the next ad is for the opposite. It's like I already have my decision made. Most people do. Why do you have to have 8,000 commercials, right? I love the content. Keep moving, brother. Good luck tonight. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah. All right. I hope you guys have a good one. I like a lot of the commercials that they have sometimes. I hope you guys have a good one. I'm getting out of here. See you guys. Ads paid by rich pieces of shit. Yeah. Every ad is. Yeah, I don't really I will never claim to have some crazy political knowledge. That's why I don't talk about it. Good luck, everybody. Have a fun time. See you guys soon. Love you guys. We'll be back on Sunday with the stream videos, uh, running back, wide receiver, and then the quarterback and tight end rankings all coming to you uh, before Saturday. So 1 or 2 videos tomorrow, and then the other day will be either 2 or 1. So I love you guys. Uh, have some acoustic cinematic music. Love you guys. Peace out. Chase Brown or Pickens? I would play Chase Brown. Love you guys. Long time. See you guys on the flippity flap.